Right, so I've been waiting to do this one for a while, and the time has finally come, alright? We are doing the Punggol LRT today. For those of you who don't know, I actually live in Punggol, so I have a special connection with this one, alright? And this will be the only video where I don't even get out to take a map at all. I don't take a single map at any of the stations. We already did Punggol in the North East Line episode, so we don't need to go there again. Yeah, so we're going to start off with Punggol East, which is also coincidentally the site where I reside on. Not disclosing the exact station where, but yeah. Alright, so we're at Cove LRT now, so we're gonna tap in, and yeah, let's go. Oh shit! The train just like, well, how cool would it have been if we could have taken the new train? Alright, so anyways, yeah, we're on Cove LRT. The train is leaving. If I just took a little bit of a shorter time with the intro, it could have been perfect. Alright, well, it's fine. We'll make do with the old trains, I guess. Right, so we're gonna have to do the east loop, then we'll do the west loop, right? So since we're at Cove, the next station is... Alright, so the next station is Meridian. Oh, you know what I have to do? I have to get off and do this. People are gonna think I'm some sort of unstoppable moron. Doing this every single station all the way till Damai. Yeah, this is the one where I remember. I know all the LRT stations because I live like on the LRT, right? So yeah, Meridian's done. Next station is Coral Edge. Alright, legends have it that this is the home of Coral Castle. Okay, yeah, please do me. Anyways, yeah. Oh, look at the new LRT over there. We could have taken the LRT if I was just a little bit faster with the intro. Right, anyways, we got a Coral Castle over. Next station is Riviera, alright? Fun fact, you see those buildings over there? That's a dorm, and then they're building the Cross Island Line over there, right? The Cross Island Line for our part is going to take us from Punggol to Riviera to Pasir Ris to Changi Airport, right? It's actually going to be really helpful for people like me and all that, because, us Pongolians finally get a chance to go to Changi Airport without taking the bus every time. Anyways, yeah. My god, we're getting another new LRT, and we're stuck on the old LRT, by the way. Hope we get one for the west, alright? Alright, anyways, the next station is... I don't know. Finally, a station name that isn't Anglo-sized, alright? Yeah, you realize that on the east loop, right? Most of the stations are Anglo-sized, like Cove, Meridian, Coral Edge, Riviera, and Oasis. They're all English names, while the only two that aren't English is Cuddalore and Damai. Right, well, the west is a totally different story that I'll get to later. I forgot to transition just now, so I'll just take this as the transition. Oasis, right? It is famous to Oasis terraces. Actually, that's the only reason I ever come here. Oasis, it's just for Oasis terraces, right? Anyways, I just realized I haven't given much information. Well, that's okay because Punggol East doesn't really have any information to give. I don't really have any information to give, but Oasis is the only one I have some information about. You would come here for Oasis terraces. There's no, all the others are residential, purely residential. Anyways, the next station is Damai. Fun fact for me, this is actually home to my old primary school, Oasis Primary School. It doesn't make sense why I wouldn't get off at Oasis, but I'd have to get off at Damai instead because it is closer to Oasis Primary School than Oasis itself. Anyways, there we go. Now we're moving on to the west loop, which is a whole different side, right? Anyways, the next station is... Right, we're at Sam Kee now. Okay, so remember how I said the west is a completely different story compared to the east? Well, number one is because the west is much more developed and everything, it was only opened 12 years ago. So yeah, the west is much more developed. You would come to Sam Kee for one Punggol and Safra. In fact, I know more about the west because there's more attractions in the west than there is in the east. Although I'm an Eastie, there's more attractions in the west. I will admit that, right? And you also come in for Active SG. That's gonna open up soon, anyways. Yeah. Then actually, it might be open by the time I'm uploading the video, right? Yeah. Techly, alright. We're now at Techly. Now, this is basically the most emptiest LRT station in all of LRTs. Okay, it only opened up 2 years ago. I actually visited the station 2 years ago for a video, and yeah, now no one visits it. You would probably visit it to go to SIT, which is quite nearby, but then Punggol Coast serves that pretty well, so no one really comes here. I can see why LT didn't want to open it. I think it probably should have just stayed closed longer. I think it should have just stayed closed forever, honestly, at this point. No one comes here. In fact, last time it just stopped here and didn't even go anywhere. Alright, we're now at Punggol Point. Alright, we're now at Punggol Point. I already did the thing, but I made a mistake in my speech. Punggol Point is where you would come to go for Punggol Beach and everything. I'm making a lot of mistakes in this video for some reason, but yeah, you come here for Punggol Beach mainly, and it also happens to be the northernmost LRT in Singapore. I think the northernmost train station in Singapore. Anyways, the next station is, we're now at Samudra. Samudra is here mainly for people to visit North Shore Plaza. And why would you visit North Shore Plaza? It's because of Decathlon. That's literally the only reason most people would ever visit North Shore Plaza, right? But yeah, there we go, Samudra. There's 3 more stops, and I believe all of them are purely residential, so there's no facts about them. But yeah. Anyways, remember how in the East Loop I said most of the station names are anglicized? Well, in the West, almost none are. In fact, the only one you could kind of argue is probably Punggol Point, and even then Punggol is not anglicized itself. So yeah, every other station from the West is completely like in Malay, if I'm not wrong. I'm not so sure if it's Malay, if it's Chinese. Some of them are Malay, some of them are Chinese. Anyways, the next station is, alright, Nibong. Nothing to say about this. Yeah, residential. Next station is, alright, we're now at Sumang. Let's just go. Again, nothing to say. It's just residential. Next and last station is Sutek. So yeah, that's the last station on the west, and that means the video is complete, right? Now I just want to show y'all this, and then end off with a note, alright? This isn't the end of the video just yet, alright? Look at this, alright? I'll probably have to go back. Okay, do you see the other 2 LRT stations? Sumang and Nibong over there. I should probably go back on the train now. I should probably get out. Right? Those 2. And now, I think it would be absolute killer to make a station here. Right? Instead of like putting those 3 stations all so close together, you should have made a station here. There's a lot of people here who would probably want to go. Actually, now that you think about it, Punggol is like a 5-minute walk away. We're all good. But like still, so much wasted space. Why are those 3 stations so cramped together? I think those could have been consolidated into 2 or 1 station. Anyways, yeah, thank you for watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.